Hello, I am Rachel Murdoch. This is my speech 2. Here are my audience members. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all on FaceTime. Okay. Van Gogh, Da Vinci, and Monet are all names that we have heard of because they have all done wonderful masterpieces for the art world. Today I will be going through the 4 fundamentals of starting a painting with you guys. I have taken art classes through high school and into college level painting classes, as well as classes. It has been my hobby for a while now to do paintings. The 4 steps that I will be going through today are: step 1 is setting up your supplies and work area, 2 is priming, 3 is sketching, and 4 is starting to paint. Step 1 is supplies and workspace. You will need the correct supplies and workspace for starting a painting. Supplies include your canvas, brushes, paint, water, and paper towels. If you do not have these, or a lot of these, it's not a problem. It's important though that you have the correct supplies for what you will be painting. If you're painting in oils or acrylics, you shouldn't use watercolor canvas. At craftsy.com, they tell you that if you use watercolor brushes, they will be really torn up on a canvas made for acrylics because they are really soft, and acrylic canvases are kind of rough. Your workspace, if you do not have a studio, don't fret. I don't have a studio and I just use my living room or dining area. I do recommend that if you don't have a studio, to get an old blanket or towels to lay down underneath your painting so that you don't get paint everywhere. It's hard to get off of things. Once your supplies and workspace are set up, we will be moving into priming. Priming is important because if you have raw canvas, which is not the canvas that's stretched already that you buy at Hobby Lobby, it's rolled up. This is essentially just cloth, so that if you start painting on it, it will seep through the back, and then once that dries, it will have dull patches, which don't look very good once everything is dry. So you prime with gesso, is probably one of the most commonly used priming supplies. It is Italian for chalk, which this just seals your canvas so that once you paint on it, everything dries with a gloss instead of those dry patches. You can buy pre-stretched canvas, and this comes pre-primed, so you don't have to do the gesso, but I would highly recommend taking the color burnt sienna and water, mixing it, and putting that all over your canvas so that once you do start painting, it will make your colors more vibrant. Once your priming is done, you will let that dry and begin to sketch. I use a graphite pencil, which is a drawing pencil, so that once you draw things on, you can erase it or wash it off if you mess up. I brought this painting to show you steps to sketching. You break it into sections, so I did this container first and then the outline of my leaves. Once you're done sketching, you will take your paint, and I would take the base color of your background and do this first. This is why you sketch things out, so that you don't have to put, say, this blue color all where your plant would be. It's kind of a waste of material and time. Once you've done that, then you would do your next sections. Mine were the leaves and the container, and you should be done once you let that dry, and then sign it and hang it on your wall. I have gone through the 4 steps of the 4 basic fundamentals of starting a painting, which are setting up your supplies and workspace, priming, sketching, and painting. I hope that you enjoy these steps and will be painting in the near future. Thank you.